Well, you know where I'm at. I'm sitting here waiting for my friends, and I thought I'd just clear up a few things. I've had a few people tell me, Camille, you're 76 years old. Why are you, you know, posting all this political stuff? You should be out enjoying your life and not worry about all this stuff. I'm old enough to know what's going on right now. I've seen the Vietnam War. My friends were drafted. And you have to think about this. 18, 19-year-old kids, little surfer guys, just out of high school. And they were drafted into that war. That war lasted years. And I don't even know how many of our young military were killed. Okay? For what? Nothing. And I feel this administration is pushing us into a very scary place right now. What I see is a administration that is creating chaos and fear for the American people. And we have a president. Okay. When I was growing up, no one cared if you were a Republican or you were a Democrat. They would just go and figure stuff out, But with this president, it's his way or the highway. He's disregarding our laws. He's threatening other countries. He's unhinged. I'm sorry. I just don't know what happened to the true Republican Party. I want to know where those guys went, People are afraid of Trump because he is a hateful person. When people don't do what he wants, he destroys them. And he tried to stop our comedians because they were making fun of him. Jesus, Grossum, you know what? People have been making satires over presidents forever, and just all kinds of different people. But he wanted to shut them down. You think about that. That's our free speech. And this poor little woman that was shot, that didn't have to happen. That didn't have to happen because the way they are doing this ICE thing is so disturbing. And they said they were just going to go after the bad guys. And look what they're doing. They're terrorizing Americans. I'm not talking about the immigration people, the immigrants. They're terrorizing Americans because Americans that really care about other human beings are just blown away how they're treating individuals. And under ICE, I think 33 people have already died. People can't find their relatives. People are getting arrested for doing nothing but protesting, and that's our God-given right in this country, But he puts his name on the Kennedy Center. What has he done to deserve that? Changes the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Geez. He's like a dog marking his spot, And now he's become a locust. He's going to take over other countries because he wants their resources. All this drug crap. What a joke. He thinks we're that stupid? We're not. But I'm just telling you, this country is in trouble. And people are going on and not being concerned. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to get us in a war if he keeps this rhetoric up. My grandkids are 14 and 16. Just think about this. 16 years old. If he was 2 years older, when the Vietnam War, where they were drafting kids, basically, just out of high school, getting their arms blown off. Emotionally, they all came back so wounded, and they were treated like hell when they came back. It was even, I mean, people better wake up, because if you have a kid, I can't even go there on that one. But I just don't understand how these MAGAs can actually justify what's going on right now. You know, and then someone said, well, you just voted for baby killers. And I thought, seriously? Like, I'm all for abortion? No, but here's what I'm not for. That 19-year-old kid in some state, I don't even know, where they implemented no abortion period, right? Her mother took her to the hospital 3 times, and the doctors were terrified to treat her. The 4th time, she didn't make it. She bled out. Now, let me ask you this. Well, think about that. Okay, so because she couldn't have an abortion, and she was aborting, pretty much having a miscarriage, but it was not normal, they wouldn't even check her. They wouldn't do anything. They let her die. She bled out. You think that's right? I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm not going to sit idle. I refuse to sit idle. And I'm mad. I'm really mad. I don't like what's going on in my country. I don't like it at all. I'm going to protest. I'm going to do everything I can to vote out any Republicans that are still for this administration. I will do my best to contribute to them and get these guys out. And I just want you to remember something. Trump blatantly said, if you vote for me, you'll never have to vote again. Now you look what's going on right now. He's terrorizing us. Don't turn a blind eye. Don't turn a blind eye. And some of you guys may laugh, but I'm old enough to where it's not funny. It's not funny at all. And that ICE agent just shot that little mother. He was not qualified to be out there. He had already had an incident apparently with another car, not that day maybe, I don't know when it was, and he was drugged, and he had 11 stitches in his leg. But that wasn't this mother. That wasn't this mother. She waved and said, I'm not mad at you. Hi, I'm not mad at you. And seconds later, she was dead. All this guy had to do was step to the side. She wasn't trying to run him over. And anybody that sees the video knows that. But, you know, we can all justify stuff, you know. But anyway, that's my take on it, you know. This country's heading in the wrong direction. Why do you think so many people are out protesting? Millions of people are protesting. Why do you think that is? If what was happening was okay right now, nobody wouldn't be saying anything. Nobody would be out protesting. But they're watching people being hunted down like animals. Beautiful people, mom and pops, children losing their parents. They don't even know where they are, some of them. What the hell? What country are we? I'm sorry, you can turn a blind eye, but I won't. I will not turn a blind eye, and I will not support this administration. You give me a good Republican, middle of the road, that's willing to work with Democrats, or vice versa, I'm all over for that. But I'm telling you right now, you guys better really pay attention to what's going on, because this man's taking your rights away. He's intimidating people. He's trying to scare people. Kristi Noem, oh my God, if she changes one more outfit, I'm gonna throw up. Stephen Miller, even his own family saying, hey dude, what you're doing isn't right. And the Speaker of the House, he's not the Speaker of the House. He's so far from being a speaker from the House. But that's okay, you know. I'm just going to fight the fight, and more people are starting to wake up to see what's going on in this administration, and that's what I've got hope for, you know. And everybody says, pray, pray, pray. You know, that's great, but God gave us free will. And Trump's using that free will destructively. So I have free will too. That's why I'm out protesting. But how long am I going to have it? How long am I going to have my freedom to say what I want, go where I want, do what I want? I'm just curious. So there's my take on my political view. Okay, I'm not a freaking Democrat. I'm not a freaking Republican. I'm an American citizen watching my country change to something I don't want to be a part of. The hate. We never had hate like this until Trump came along. Never division like this. He calls people's names. He promotes hate. He makes it okay. He makes it okay for the people that are angry, you know, to hurt other people. He makes it okay because that's what he does. That's what he does. So if you can convince me of any other things that I just talked about, knock yourself out. But I'm old enough to know what's going on right now, and you guys should be concerned. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.